Hey everyone, it's James with Freedom Rental Properties again, and today I got a sad story for you. One, I just took a stick to the face, and that's been bleeding pretty good. But unfortunately, we did have to evict one of our tenants. Now, when you go through an eviction process, you get what's called a forcible detainer against that person. This person did not pay rent, and we do have a court date set for tomorrow. However, I was able to take back the property one day early just because they've obviously vacated and done so. So basically, I'm gonna give you a rundown of kind of what it looks like sometimes when people do get evicted and the items that they leave behind. And this is something that you're gonna need to factor in. Now, you can pursue them in small claims court. We probably will do that in this case. However, you do need to factor in some cleanup time. You know, this is gonna really cost us on the turnover here because this is a large unit. Now, this is a tenant that we inherited, and usually the problems that we have do come from most inherited tenants. Our screening process normally weeds out a lot of people. However, you do get an occasional person slip through. However, this was an inherited tenant. We tried to make it work. The reason that it became a problem is that this is a duplex, so they had one side and another tenant had another side, and they were having issues with their tenant next door. Now, they decided that on their choice that they didn't want to pay rent until we removed the people next door. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Even though the people next door were having lease violations, we do have to give them time to resolve those issues. We can't just go in one day and kick them out, and that's what this tenant wanted, was us to basically give this, I think it was 2 days to get rid of the person next door, or they were gonna leave. So that was the choice that they made. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, and they ended up leaving on their own, and we will get a forcible detainer against them anyway, even though they have left the property and vacated it. But let's get to the good stuff now. So basically, we're gonna walk in here. This is the front door. And here's the living room. We have what looks like a love seats, 2 of them, a lot of kid items, a lot of trash, carpet they've had for a while, so that's not against them, that's just normal wear and tear. But we have like a TV stand, little cabinets, you know, just drink there, just all sorts of stuff. So basically, trash out here is going to be pretty expensive. What we're going to do is go in and repaint this unit. I think I'm going to take some before and after pictures, just because this one we're going to put a lot of money into. It is a rather larger unit, so people do like those. And so here's kind of your kitchen area, and you see, you know, a lot of trash, just junk really, food items, you know, a few little furniture items in the kitchen. Extinguisher, see that came in real handy. A lot of items, even some medicines up there in the cabinet, dishes, you know, stove, just more trash items. Then we're going into the first bedroom here. Once again, disregard the carpet. It has reached its end of life, and that is considered normal wear and tear. You know, just some markings on the walls. Not too bad, nothing paint can't clear up. Big furniture piece here, like a dresser with a mirror. That is a shame to get rid of that. That seems like a nice piece for someone. And a closet area here. We're gonna have to probably get some doors for that. Now we're coming out of the first bedroom, and this is the hallway area. There's kind of like a linen closet area. You can see here a few items in there, but we're gonna go in the bathroom here. See, bathroom vanity, you know, needs some work. What's up? Light bulbs, you know, bathtub's gonna need a lot of work. Toilet's pretty gross, but probably can be cleaned. Overall, the subfloor's fine. We do check for water leaks pretty often, so I think it's okay. We got a little bathtub leak we're gonna fix though. Did leave a lot of trash in the actual trash can. Anyway, we're going into the other bedroom upstairs. We got mattress, you know, a few marks on the walls, not too bad. A lot of kids items really, and that always seems to be pretty common. A lot of food and a lot of kids items. More furniture pieces and clock up there. Okay, they're making our way. There's a can. They bug and flea, that's something to keep in mind. So anyway, we're gonna go downstairs here, and I know it might get a little dark, so it's maybe hard to see, but they did have a dog here. They let the dog go to the bathroom inside. We had issues with that, so there's a lot of dog feces and things like that along the stairs. And so now we're coming into the downstairs area. You can see little marks here from animals, pets. A lot of just items, more kids items, more furniture items. Crutch here. Here's a bathroom, more clothes. You know, little curio with a clock, kind of nice. Bathroom items. Toilet's pretty nasty. Not a problem. We can get it back up and operational. Here's kind of the laundry room area. I know it's probably a little dark, but you know, a lot of cleaning stuff, a lot of clothes, paints, things like that. Car batteries, which is plenty of them. You know, we're gonna have to do a good cleaning here. New hot water heater we put in not too long ago. Yeah. Christmas tree back there, Christmas items. You get a lot of Christmas items. People don't want to take them with them. Don't want to celebrate the holidays, I guess. Anyway, coming down here, and you know, more kid stuff. More animal droppings. Here's the back, what we would consider an extra bonus room, bedroom area. A few construction items, a lot of kids stuff, a lot of animal feces. Overall, pretty gross. But this is what you get, guys, sometimes. Unfortunately, try to work with this tenant to clean up things, try to work with them on getting kind of more with our rules, better, higher standards and things like that. They didn't want to cooperate with that, so unfortunately it did not work out. That's not a problem, though. We can take care of it. Here's kind of the back area. This is outside now, and we see a lot of kind of junk, things like that. A lot of this we're going to be removing today, but construction items, things like that. And especially when you get people that work in construction, it seems like they bring a lot of just extra materials home with them sometimes that they get off a job site, so keep that in mind as well. And wrap up, trash out's gonna be kind of expensive. However, this unit's gonna be much better once we get done with it. We're gonna be able to rent it for a little bit higher, not counting pet move-in fees, things like that. But basically, it's something you guys are just gonna have to deal with, and it's just all part of it, especially when you buy units that have tenants in place. Now, that's what we try to do, try to work with them, but unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't work out and we have to pursue further, and unfortunately that is the case this time. So hope everyone had a interesting time, saw some interesting items, you know, things like that. But I just wanted to show you kind of what it looks like sometimes when people do get evicted and move out. So you want to prepare yourself for that, and the cleanup and the repairs and the turnover costs that will ensue after. So basically, guys, if you like this video, check out our other videos on our channel. I got my 7K duplex. I can show you a much better renovated unit than this one, and hopefully this one will look very nice afterwards as well, just like that one turned out, and everything else that's going on with Freedom Rental Properties. So hit that like, comment, and subscribe. I try to answer all questions if I can down below. So see you guys. Have a good one. Bye.